Family is the most important thing on this planet Earth, if I can say. It shapes you who you are when you grow up. When I say family, it doesn't necessarily have to be blood related only. It can be the one which you have found through friendship. It can be the one which you are forced into, or it can be the one where you have lost your blood related family and found a family elsewhere. It's funny thing, right? The very thing which we strive to be with will become a distant thing which we can't even claim to ourselves. Am I making sense? Most probably not, but what I'm trying to say is as we grow up, we detach from our family a lot. We spend a lot of less time with our family. We won't realize it until we have become of certain age, but when we do, it would have been too late. When you are young, you could have gone with trips with your family, you could have gone, created memories and a lot of stuff. But at that time, you never really know the importance of what exactly that it meant, being with family. There was a quote from the Office TV show which I recall every now and then. We never really know we were living in a good old days until we have left them. That exactly applies to the concept of family as well. Right now, if I have to talk about myself, I have a great family. I'm not going to deny that. My family is the best. But somewhere at some point, I started to spend very less time with them. Even right now, as I'm speaking, I could have went and spent time with them, and instead I'm trying to chase this thing which is out of my reach, or I don't know what I'm chasing at this point. I'm sure you would have also felt that way some time in your life. I have a friend who I'm not going to take his name, but let's call him Alan. So Alan is not very good with his family, right? When I say not good with his family, it's not the family he's good with. He's just not good with his father. He's good with his mother. He just doesn't respect his father, is what I'm going to say. And if that Alan is seeing this video, I'm really sorry, but I just wanted to convey my point. Yeah, there are many things that I would love to be with my family. And okay, sorry, I got deviated. So coming back to Alan, right? Yeah, he's not very good with his family as such. He has a brother and he's not good with him. I mean, they hardly talk, but he's very good with his family. And recently he got a girlfriend, which eventually, if everything turns out well, he's going to have a family of his own. Right now, he's trying to mend the wounds that have been there. He's trying to heal them. He's trying to reconnect with them. He's trying to spend time with them. In his case, in Alan's case, it's like he found a girlfriend who actually taught him the importance of family. Well, the girlfriend, on the other hand, is a much different story. She also doesn't like her family and all those stuff. But why I told this story was I just wanted to say, I mean, everyone has a different perspective of how the family is, right? He always tells to me, Alan actually tells to me that you have a very good family. You really do have a very good family. And I never really actually thought about it until he mentioned it. For most part, we take families for granted, right? The unconditional love that we receive. And that certainly is not the case for everyone. There are some who hate their parents, there are some who love their parents more than they want to, and there's no right or wrong solution or answer here. But yeah, the point that I was trying to make was the time we spend with our family. If I have to draw a graph of it, it would be at the very peak when we are born, and slowly as we grow up, the graph just goes down, the line just goes down and down and down. It reaches a point in your life where you will become completely detached from them. The point zero, right? you will get completely detached from them, and at this point you really don't have anything that you can do to mend those things. But by the time you realize it, you would be starting a new family of your own, falling in love, bringing a new life to this world. And by that time, you will have a completely new family of your own to take care of. And the graph again goes slightly up, 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 and again it will peak at one point. And again, your children will make you feel that you're getting detached from them, and the graph again goes down. Maybe if I can tell it in a mathematical terms, it can be a sine wave or cos wave. I don't exactly remember which wave, but yeah, it will be something like that. You go to the peak, you come down again, and you go to the peak. And that is going to be what most of the life will be. Well, for me as well, I do want to spend time with my family, but before that, I'm at a stage, I'm in my late 20s, if anyone is curious about it, but I'm at a point where I want to make good connections with them. But at the same point, I want to have a good career of my own, and to have a balance of each thing. There are essentially three things in life that any man or any girl any woman is going to be focused on. One is wealth, another one is health, and another one is relationship. These are the three aspects of life that you have to balance somehow. In the wealth, you are going to fall under the careers, your dreams, your aspirations, and stuff like that. In health, obviously, you want to take care of your body, you need to exercise, you need to do proper medication, if that is what you're into. I mean, that's what you have been forced into. And then there is relationship, where you have to find someone so that you won't feel alone when you die. That is essentially the only three things that are going to be there in any person's life. But in order for us to achieve in any one of those, we have to sacrifice the other two, right? Or spend or prioritize a very little on other two, because balancing three of them is hardly possible. It's hardly possible. Very few of them actually do it, because if you have audacious goals or very big goals that you think you can't reach, then obviously you can't focus on your health and relationship at the same time, because all your time will go in creation of that wealth. But if you want to have a good healthy thing, then the time will go there, because you want to have a healthy meal every single day, you want to exercise every single day, you want to have a healthy conversation with every single one person every single day. And as far relationship goes, you have to meet new people, you have to put in the effort, you have to actually get to know the other person before you fall in love with them or marry them or bear their children or die along with them. Everything takes time, and balancing everything is difficult. And that's the point which I wanted to get to, because when you are very young, you never actually think about the other two aspects or any of the three aspects. You just live your life. You are carefree, everything is coming, you're just going to school, coming back, life's good. But you reach a point in life where you're going to have to make choices in your life which is going to affect the next course of your action which you're going to take in the near future. And that is going to impact the way you're going to live your life. The choices, the hard choices of living up on relationships, or spending less time with your family, or leaving a career that you wanted because you wanted to be with your family. Every choice has a sacrifice that needs to be made. Well, I think I just spoke on about depressing stuff and things that I don't know what I spoke about, but let me bring back some core memories of me with my family. I'm sure you will also have those memories. I think it's a very wholesome place. So just drop down in the comments so that we can all hear the stories of your family, whether you may hate them, love them, have very core memory with them. It will be a fun place to just listen to what other people have to say without passing down any judgment or giving any advice or anything. Just being there. I think we can do that, right? So yeah, speaking of core memories, right? If I have to recall, I recall way back to my younger days where I was 5 years or 6 years old, where we used to have a summer vacation every year for good period of 2 months. We used to have summer vacation where we were given holidays from school. At this time, I have a sister and she's 8. We are 8 years apart. But thankfully, when I was small, this age gap was getting compensated because she was also there in the school and managing the stuff. And so also used to have holidays. And my parents and I, with my sister, were going on a trip. We were going to my grandmother's house. We used to play with all the cousins. We used to hang out. We used to make kite. We used to burn firecrackers. We used to go to the beach. We used to just hang out, just chill. These were the days before the damn phones were invented. I'm not against the invention of the phone. It's very, convenient tool that we have today, but it has made us addicted a lot. If I think back to the days when I went back to having those memorable moments with my cousins and my family, I take back the time now when we hardly meet, and even if we meet, everyone will be there on their phones all the time, scrolling, trying to, get that dopamine hit, I can say. And it's very rare that anyone is making these kinds of videos where you're just going to, just talk about stuff. This is what I miss from the old days of YouTube, where no one actually tried to stand out. No one did anything. They were just being themselves, and that brought the genuinity that actually I miss nowadays. It's all about this hype, this I want to do this challenge, I want to do that challenge. But I miss those days of, not having to check my phone every 5 minutes because there's a notification waiting for me to take another action. Coming back to the core memories. If you are new here, I think I'm going to get deviated every now and then, talking about very other stuff apart from the family thing. So just bear with me. So yeah, we used to go on trips, and we have gone on many trips. We have had many memorable moments. Some I do recall by memory, but some I need some induced memory, which I say through photos or videos. But once I do, those memories get again linked up and I recall what happened on those days and stuff like that. But when I look back on my photos, I think, damn, I was happy. I looked happy at least. But as you grow older, that happiness becomes a question mark. Every day or every week or every month or every year, you're going to ask yourself, am I happy doing what I'm doing right now? And the spiral thing goes down. You try to chase some other thing, fail at it, do the things, blah blah blah. But yeah, actually, if I want to, when I talk about family, right? This is another kind of conversation which I had with my friend Alan. Actually, I had with him the other day that what exactly defines as a family? Do you actually need to be married in order to get categorized as married kind of a thing? And for that I would say yes, to some extent, because social norm dictates us to be married, for us to be considered as a married couple, and if they are going to have a children, then only they will be considered as a complete family. Until that, the concept is just they are a couple, that's all. They are a married couple. The point which I was trying to get to was, do you really need to get married in order to be called as a family? It is the traditional family which I'm talking about, not the friendship families or the other kind of families which nowadays I don't know what kind of families are there, but at this point I'm afraid to ask. But yeah, let's just say that yes, you need to get married in order to have a good relationship with someone. And okay, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, okay, I got the train is back on. So what I wanted to convey was the traditions. This is the conversation which I had. He was like, okay, my girlfriend is not too much into getting married and stuff like that, but I am more inclined towards having a kid, getting married soon, settling down eventually some point in my life. And I was like, okay, that's fair point. Everyone has a basic primal urge to do that. But there is another conversation which came up. I don't want my parents to be enforcing me to do all the stuff that I want to do, right? I don't want the parents to be in the equation when once I get married. Well, I'm gonna say, okay, fair point, but there comes, that's why the traditions are there. If we go back to the primal days of humankind, the only way they have survived is being or staying in groups, right? No individual person has went out of their way and survived on their own to be alive to tell a story that he did. Everyone has stayed in a group. And the main reason they stayed in a group was they were hunters and they were gatherers. They wanted to hunt and they wanted to gather some food so that they can share with their, significant other or their friends or the group people who were there. And this actually passed down with through evolution, and at this point we call them festivals, because right now we don't have to be in a crowded or grouped together place. We can survive in most of the scenarios on our own thanks to the technology and equipments that we have this day. But we want traditions, we want festivals. The main reasons of festivals is not to praise the god or to worship the god or nothing. For me, I think the main reasons festivals or any significant events are organized is just for everyone to get together and have a good time. That's my definition of festival. But yeah, I don't want to associate with God. I want to associate with people. People coming together, having a good time, having good food. That's actually what festivals are for. And this actually comes in play when you become a family, when you have a family, because if you are alone, you will not actually care about celebrating this festival. You rarely think about it. What your friends are going to get together and celebrate some festival, I hardly think so. No, it's always the families that celebrate the festivals. And that's what I wanted to convey. I don't know how much of it made sense and how much of it was just me yapping about it. Nothing really meaningful was there. I hope it was not meaningful, because I don't know what I spoke for the past 20 minutes, but yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about my family. If I want to leave back just a few sentences for the future me or any of you watching, I just want to give one advice or one thing. Spend time with your family. They will not be here for a very long time. If you have had bad relationship with them, I think it's high time that you go healed the wounds and go met with them. Spend time with them. You never know when is the last time you're going to say goodbye to someone. And you'll never know when is the last time you're going to say goodbye. So just spend every day, even if it's a 5 to 10 minutes, I think they will be more happy and you will be content that, okay, I spent some time with them. So yeah, that's all that I wanted to convey. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, bye.